All right. Israel Adesanya versus Joe Pyfer. Look, man, this is going to be in Seattle for whatever reason. Israel Adesanya could sell a card anywhere. Joe Pyfer might even be from Seattle. I don't know. I'm not that into the Joe Pyfer lore. Is Joe Pyfer from Seattle? Is Joe Pyfer actually from Seattle? Pennsylvania. No. Philly Demon? The Philly show? All right, no idea why this is headlining Seattle, but we're in Seattle with it. Israel Adesanya versus Joe Pyfer. This card is, all right, all of quarter one for UFC for 2026 has been mid, but there's a lot of underdog value on this card. A lot. I don't want to hear it. Lance Gibson versus Chase Hooper. We're going Lance Gibson. I'm going to explain to you guys in a little bit of a minute. Tommy Guns will perish. Tommy Guns will perish. Tommy Guns is not on this card, though, by the way. He's not on this card. But they have Tommy Guns fighting an absolute can. We're going to the White House card, bro. Ooh, wee. What are your thoughts on the White House card? I dropped them on E-Rock MMA on YouTube. E-Rock MMA on YouTube. I bought me tickets. They're not even available yet. How did you do that? They're not available. But anyways, Israel Adesanya is coming in on a three fight losing streak. He is 1-4 in his last 5. 1-4 in his last 5. Now Joe Pyfer has the opposite record in his last 5. He is 4-1. 4-1. Now Israel Adesanya has gyno. He's leaning to one side, okay? He's leaning to one side. He no longer looks like this. Even though I'm pretty sure he had gyno in this picture. He just had the skin, like he had his arm back there, but he was holding the extra fat to suction it backwards. And Israel Adesanya, he's just not the same. He's not the same anymore. Barely beat Gaslam. That is true. Joe Pyfer did go tooth and nail with the fridge Kelvin Gaslam. That is very, very true. Very true. But we beat up a boost. I don't even know why I'm saying we. I'm not really that big of a Joe Pyfer fan. He sucks, so he throws it right. I don't like Joe Pyfer. I don't like Joe Pyfer. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't. But I don't like Izzy even more. Honestly, I haven't liked Izzy. Period. Okay, he assaulted Paulo Costa, one of my favorite fighters of all time, and that forever left a scar on me, and I've been kind of hating ever since, right? And if we're going to be honest here, Israel Adesanya loses this. His chin, compromised. Okay, he doesn't, you want to go on a turn Tony Ferguson run? Yes. Yes. I was watching someone's live, and they say Pyfer's shoulder is injured. They don't know what they're talking about. My brother was the big old deal nonchalant. Welcome in. Welcome in. Bro, I just joined and already L-take. Not an L-take. Make sure I don't have no boogers. Not an L-take. Okay? Joe Pyfer is going to whoop on Israel Adesanya. He's going to whoop on Israel. Izzy Styles on him? If Izzy should have styled on the Sean Strickland victim that is Nasruddin Imavov. Izzy should have styled on Dricus Duplessis. He should have styled on Sean Strickland. Like oh, thank you. I didn't even hear the... Damn, my headphones must not be connected. I didn't even hear it, bro. I didn't even get to dance. Damn, I didn't even get to dance. Unlucky. Imavov is miles above Pyfer, and so is DDP and all. Yes. But not Imavov. Let's be real. Not Imavov. Let calm down. Calm down. And it doesn't matter anyway. Because Izzy does not do well against pressure anymore. He does not do well against pressure anymore. Izzy lost for the plot and is on the comeback arc. No. Only way I see Izzy losing his sub, Pyfer's sub, is possible. That's crazy that both you guys said that. That might be the lock. That actually, let's check the lines. That actually might be the lock. Joe Pyfer sub. We might have to. That might kick off the parlay. That might actually kick off the parlay. Joe Pyfer sub might work here. Joe Pyfer submission plus 450. Sheesh. Pyfer's only chance to win is by KO. That's fair. I agree. But Izzy is not throwing that many strikes up, boys. He is compromised. And he has PTSD from losing 3 fights in a row. Do not lose your money betting on Pyfer. Izzy decision. Man, come on, guys. Michael was robbed. Guys, stop. Stop it. Joe Pyfer is going to do what Abus did, what Sean Strickland wasn't able to do, and he's going to put Izzy down. Alex Pereira. Think about this. I'm going to throw some knowledge at you guys real quick. Alex Pereira lost to a Joe Pyfer victim. Think about that. How's your parlay UFC London? Beautiful. We lost by 1 leg, but we smacked hella shit. We lost. I got everything right except for 1 fight. Iraq MMA on YouTube, boys. Last week we did great. You look like Yuri. Thank you, bro. Tap into the YouTube channel. I'll tell you what village we're from. Aswell? Yes. Imavov finishes Izzy with an eye. Finished Izzy with an eye poke. Okay. He won first round against Imavov. Pyfer almost got beat by the fridge. Lerone too, I thought. No. Listen. I said Lerone with the point spread, and that smacked. I said Lerone plus 5.5, and that smacked. Here, I'm telling you guys right now, hopefully Luke loses his next fight. Yes, I don't like Luke. Hopefully Luke loses his next fight. He sucks. I'm telling you guys right here, right now, Joe Pyfer, KO TKO, is extremely live. Extremely live. Izzy's chin is like wet paper bag. It's wet. I don't get the fucking point. I don't get the fucking point spread thing. It's when they go to a decision. For example, the point spread is plus 5.5. So Joe Pyfer is plus 5.5. If we go to a decision, Izzy Adesanya will have to win all 5 rounds, but not at only a 10-9. He would have to win a 10-8 round once, at least. Okay? So Izzy Adesanya would have to win all 5 rounds plus a 10-8 round and or finish Joe Pyfer. But if it goes to a decision, that's what saves you, the point spread. I knew that shit was going to a decision. That's why we took the point spread. Lerone Murphy point spread W. Now, I'm telling you guys this weekend, thank you so much for the gifts. I need to figure out what is up with my desktop audio and why my audio is not coming out of my headphones. But I am sitting here and telling you guys right now that we are going to be getting a Joe Pyfer KO TKO right there. Right there. I'm telling you. Called you a bandwagon fan when you had to take Fazeev out your PFP. Yeah, man. You know, like sometimes you gotta hide through the loss. Sometimes you have to hide. You have to hold your head low through the loss. Okay, now I can hear. Sometimes you have to hold your head low through the loss. Okay. All right. But we're taking Joe Pyfer KO TKO here. I really think Izzy's done. I think Izzy's watched. I know Joe Pyfer is not Ilia Tuporia. I know Joe Pyfer went tooth and nail with the fridge. That's Kepe. I know Izzy Adesanya has lost 3 in a row, and that's what really matters. That's literally what really matters. Okay? That's actually what matters. And yes, Joe Pyfer did lose to Jack Hermanson. He is a Jack Hermanson victim. Okay? But this is the run. Be like Joe Pyfer. Remember, that's what Dana White said when he signed him. Be like Joe Pyfer. Okay? Joe Pyfer takes this. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. I'm telling you, boys. Nico Price versus Michael Chiesa. Now, this is a literal bum fight. Izzy wins, moves up and fights Yuri, and wins by KO, and you're sick. What's the big old deal, though? Raise? Hey, he's throwing roses. Hey, he's throwing roses. Hey, throwing roses. Iraq's latest journeyman will be, he's not a journeyman. He lost once. Hell yeah. Raids, let's go. Let's go, Raids. Jessa has to win this. Look, listen. This is an actual bum fight. Iraq loses to Raids. I did, sadly. This is an actual bum fight. Okay, I don't want to hear it. A literal, actual bum fight. Let me. Well, you guys, like, I don't have to, like, yeah, whatever. I'm gonna keep it like this. You guys do realize Michael Chiesa is terrible. Yes, he's won his last 3, but his last 3 are Tony Ferguson, Max Griffin, right? And who's the last guy? Court McGee. Like big whoop-de-doo. By the way, Nico Price has lost to Jacoby Smith, Thembe Garumbo, the Robbie Lawler thing. All right, but Thembe Garumbo lost. Big whoop-de-doo. Submission Chiesa? Nah, bro. I don't think so. I don't think Peyton Talbot versus Wing C is happening anymore. I don't think so either. Wing C, not looking good for Wing C. It's really not. I don't know how Nico's still in the. I don't know how Michael Chiesa is still in the UFC. Guys, his last 3 wins are Tony Ferguson, Max Griffin, and Court McGee. Like, do you guys get it? Do you get it? Do you guys understand? Now I do know Nico Price is coming off of getting finished a month ago. Like, this is a crazy ass. You ready? Damn, good night. What is that? What is that? My boy sent an exotic gift through the TikTok shop. Oh my god. No, that's sick. I like that. Hell yeah, Dispose. Thank you. But Nico Price, in my opinion, is going to beat Michael Chiesa. I think he's going to beat all Michael Chiesa. This line, minus 500. Minus 500 is absolutely crazy. I felt like I had like a crumb or like a piece of, like, I don't know, like a sesame seed right here. I have no idea. But minus 500 for Michael Chiesa is crazy. This is a bum fight. Both of these dudes should be cut regardless of outcome. I'm going to be honest with you. All right. Julian Erosa versus Larry and Douglas. This is another line where I'm looking at it and I'm like, Now, I'm not going to sit here and bet on Michael Chiesa versus Nico Price, even though plus 425. Plus 425. It's Michael's retirement fight, bro. Nico's going to ruin it. Nico Joe Pyfer KO TKO parlay is plus 1800. 10 on that, 200. By the way. But I honestly, listen, Julian LaRosa versus Larry Douglas, I don't understand why the line is like this. No idea. Plus 240, minus 290. This is Larry and Douglas's debut fight. Julian Erosa is coming off of going the distance with Manuel Costa. This was the same thing we saw last week with the Curtis Campbell guy. And I sat here and told you guys Curtis Campbell is ass. And Danny Silva went the distance with Kevin Vallejos. And you guys didn't believe me. You guys, no. You guys are dropping Sean O'Malley gifts in my comment section and shit like that. I'm going Julian Erosa, bro. I'm literally going Julian Erosa. What a dog. What an animal. Only lost 4 times in his UFC run. Literally. Is he good? And Tabora is garbage now. Yeah, Mason Tabora is garbage. I'm going Julian Erosa here, especially with the value at plus 260. So far, for the Seattle parlay, we're looking at Joe Pyfer KO TKO. We're looking at Julian Erosa plus 260. 2-leg parlay for a total of 1,232. So $20 on that. So $90 on that Gets us a 1,198. I was trying to do $20, but I realized that the number 2 is my transition button for TikTok to show you guys my YouTube channel, so you guys can funnel and smack my YouTube channel. We are definitely adding Ricky Simone to the parlay. We love Ricky Simone over here. Ricky Simone is an actual animal. He is the opener of the card, I believe, right? Yeah. Who is watching Alexa versus Bruna? I mean, I know you guys were sitting here in my comments and chat telling me this is great value. Plus 500 is great value, but I'm not putting my bread on a women's fight. I'm not. I'd rather just cook up a nasty parlay and get a little with it. You know what I mean? Yes, bro? Listen, Caden, I know you're telling me Bruno Brazil has this in the bag, and you're trying to tell me, but it's not going to work. Yo, Wagwan, E-Rock, I'm tired as hell. W Streamer. W Dispose. Thank you, Dispose, for showing out, bro, and the gifts. Hell yeah, bro, you're the best. Let's go. Izzy by decision? No. Raids equals go. Over on significant strikes, I think. Raids equals dog. Listen. So far, we have Joe Pyfer KO TKO, and we have Julian Erosa moneyline. What card is this? This is the UFC Seattle card this weekend. Okay, tap in at E-Rock MMA on YouTube. We're doing a full breakdown of the card right now. Listen, Julian Erosa has this in the back. I'm tired of you guys putting all your faith in these UFC debutants. I'm tired of it. I really am. And what did this dude get his in the first round? 36 seconds in the first round, like literally untested. Actually untested, by the way. I mean, he was in the LFA, but actually untested, by the way. We go Julian Erosa all day. All right, third on the main card. Well, fourth, but we're not watching the women's fights, so we skip that. Mansour Abdul Malik dispose use Wagwan wrong. He a bad man. I'm a real bad man. Listen, Mansour Abdul Malik versus Yorasi Belaruji. Listen, Mansour Abdul Malik is in my top 5 prospects of 2026. Literally, bro. My top 5 prospects of 2026, Mansour Abdul Malik is in there. For sure. 1,000%. And he's fighting Yorosli Belaruji. Dude, I've never heard before. A dude I've actually never ever heard before. Oh, he fought Azamat. Oh, wow. That was because that dude's pulled out, right? Somebody pulled out? No? Am I tweaking? Didn't somebody pull out and that's why Azamat was able to step in? No. Very odd. Very odd. The way I misremember things. It's okay. Nonetheless, bro went 3 rounds with Azamat. Was it 2 rounds or 3 rounds? No, I'm like... He beat Azamat. That didn't even click in my brain right there. Hold on. He beat Azamat. I still go Mansour, but this is a huge step up from Antonio Troloki, who they just fed him, what, a month ago? Like 3 months ago. 3 months ago. They fed Mansour Abdul Malik, a dude who was 12-6, now he's 12-7, and he was on a 2-fight losing streak. Now he's on a 4-fight losing streak. He tried to do a quick turnaround. Raids, you're sitting in here looking at your stream but not fighting. John, here's everyone on the list. On the story, Princess? You don't have to call me Princess, man. You don't have to call me Princess, man. You do not have to call me Princess, bruh. Alright? But look, Mansour Abdul Malik, I need you to lock in. Brother, because there was kind of no way that, didn't that fight go into the, oh no, it was round 1. My brain must be fried. It must be misremembering things. These are the guys who Joe's fought? What do you mean? Joe Pyfer? No, we're just going through the card. We're giving our picks for the card. But we're going Mansour Abdul Malik. Who's Joe? It's very true. Who's Joe? We'll never find out who Joe is. Like, never. We'll never figure it out. You ready? Damn. Hand heart. Okay, I'm going to take it. Thank you. Hell yeah. We're going Mansour Abdul Malik, bro. At minus 135. I'm taking it. But this is some definite step up from Anthony Troloki. All right? Maybe the guy who's fighting Izzy. I don't know. Just a guess. Whoa, buddy. Jumping out the gate hot, huh? Jumping out the gate hot. Like you don't see me on Tapology going through the whole card. Maybe, right? The main event we've already gotten to since we're basically midway through the card. Bro just turned his own blood down? Yeah. I said, calm down, motherfucker. I said, cool it down, bro. You in there yapping. Back to sleep, though. Hey, back quiet. Back quiet, okay? E-Rock is Dada is trying to clip YouTube videos. So, Dada could buy a Lamborghini, okay? Sub up to the YouTube channel. E-Rock MMA on YouTube. Just got in here, buddy. That's your fault, that's your fault, because you should have already been in here. You see what I'm saying? That's your fault, because you should have already been in here. Okay? Sorry, Dad has to clip YouTube videos so we could buy a Lamborghini. You know? But look. Mansour Abdul Malik is going to beat up Yorowski, Belarusky, whatever. We're taking them. We're adding them to the parlay. I'm taking them all day at minus 118. So the 3-leg we're rocking right now is Mansour Abdul Malik money line, Julian Eros money line, and Joe Pyfer KO TKO for plus 2,360. That's smacking. But we're gonna keep going. We're gonna continue. Terrence McKinney versus Kyle Nelson. And you guys aren't going to like this. You guys aren't going to like this at all. But I'm going Kyle Nelson. How is Kyle Nelson minus 270? Is he minus 270? He's plus 142. Where are you seeing Kyle Nelson minus 270? He's plus 142, brother. Terrence McKinney is minus 170. Donation, my brother in Christ, seek salvation. For sure. You heard that, boys? Donate. Very true. Very true. Donate, boys. Donate. You heard that? I'm pin that. Kyle Nelson versus Terrence McKinney is a literal coin flip. Actual coin flip. Sorry, I'm just trying to get back to the card. Actual coin flip, even though Terrence McKinney is coming off of a knockout loss against Chris. Submission. Sorry. A submission. Sorry. Against Chris Duncan. Put him out of there. Kyle Nelson is coming off of, in my opinion, upsetting Matt Steamroller Favola. Kyle Nelson has grit. Terrence McKinney has grit. Both of these dudes have grit. This is going to be a banging fight. I'm very excited for this fight. I do think Kyle Nelson gets it done. I'm going to be honest with you. Now, this is not mainly because I don't like Jaden Cable, and this is Jaden Cable's best friend. That is not it. But we like Kyle Nelson around here. But we are around Kyle Nelson around here. We're locking Kyle Nelson at plus 142. How is he plus 142 when it's a coin flip? How is Kyle Nelson plus 142 on a coin flip fight where Terrence McKinney is coming off of a knockout loss? Or a submission loss. T-Rex got a cable curse. That's very true. That's very true. How are you streaming at the Apex Stadium? Don't worry about it. Tap into E-Rock MMA on YouTube. You'll figure it out. Because we know T-Rex gets down. So does Kyle. T-Rex gets down. Yeah, on the sideways. horizontally, perpendicularly. It's down like that. Damn, bro, you related to Dana? How you get in there? Oh, sub up to the YouTube. You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. You rock MMA on YouTube. You rock MMA on YouTube, boys. But look, for the main card of UFC Seattle, we're rocking a 4-leg parlay. Joe Pyfer KO TKO. Julian Erosa money line at plus 260. Beautiful. Taking that all day. Mansour Abdul Malik at minus 118. And Kyle Nelson at plus 142. At plus 142. Ignacio Bahamondes versus Tofuk. Like, that's really what I have to talk about right now. Ignacio Bahamondes, look, man, I don't like him. I don't like him. I really don't. And I know I'm going to sound crazy because I've picked a lot of underdogs already. But remember, E-Rock only missed one fight. I got one fight wrong for the London card. So let's try to keep that in mind. I am not going to lie to you guys. Kyle Nelson's winning for sure. I like that. We're taking that. I'm telling you, Kyle Nelson's winning this. Kyle Nelson has it in the back. I'm telling you guys, Ignacio Bahamondes is going to lose to Tofuk. He's going to lose to Tofuk. Ignacio Bahamondes, coming off of getting clip farmed, outranged, outstruck, out everything by a 4'2" Rafael Fiziev. While Ignacio has Bilal in the corner, does nothing. Okay. Tofuk, on the other hand, goes out there and fights Mitiblek Orbalati and almost makes it out of the first round. Respect. I do not like Ignacio Bahamondes. I don't. I am going with fucking Tofuk here. And yes, I will be betting that straight. But I will add that to the parlay just because. But we will be betting that straight. Absolutely. Chase Hooper versus Lance Gibson. And here we go with another fucking underdog. This is Underdog City tonight. Underdog City. Julian Erosa, Joe Pyfer, Kyle Nelson, Tofuk. It's Underdog City. Chase Hooper is minus 278 off of getting fraud checked at his last UFC outing. Now, I used to be a big Chase Hooper fan. I used to be a huge gooner. I am still a huge gooner. Chase Hooper fan. That's what he calls Chase Hooper fans. Listen. But him losing to Alexander Hernandez, not Fluffy Hernandez, Alexander Hernandez, and him being quiet all fight week, no memes, nothing. That's a fight I'm staying away from. This is a fight we're taking. I'm going to be going with the Canadian, Lance Gibson Jr. Now, Lance Gibson is also coming off of a loss. But he is not coming off of a finished loss. He went split decision with Bobby Green. And considering how Bobby Green looked the last time we saw Bobby Green, holy. Okay? Lance Gibson gets added to the parlay every single time. Every time. Now, hold on. Cole, no, I don't. Cole, I really don't. I don't. Especially not the Bobby Green we just saw. Not that Bobby Green. Hell no. Absolutely not. I really don't. Do you guys really expect me to put my money in the hands of Marcin Tybura and Terrell Fortune? Do you guys really expect me to put my money in the hands of either Marcin Tybura or Tyrell Fortune? They don't even know where to... This is this dude's UFC debut, and they have him at minus 120. This is this kid's UFC debut. And he's minus 120. Excuse me for yawning. Bro, he gets KO'd a 6-year-old. He's 35. Marcin Tybura is 40, by the way. Marcin Tybura is 40, by the way. Coming off getting slapped by Ante Delija. I thought he was going to win that. I'm not picking a fight here. No, Terrell knocked out a 6-year-old man. Really? Was it this dude? 37? $51? Dude is 65 and 33? Holy. This was the main event? Okay. Alright. He has the belt in this picture? Alright. I'm staying away from this. I mean, the odds are just... RUF champ? Whoa. Whoa. Rough enough champion. Right? That's rough enough? RUF? It doesn't even show up on his promotion, like on the promotion list. Wow. Respect. We're leaving that one alone. We are leaving that one alone, alright? Tybura sub? Yeah, sure. Take it if you want. Take it, it's out there. Take it. I'm not taking that. Take it if you want. I'm good. You got that. Y'all got that. I'm not taking that. Navjago Sterling versus Bruno Lopez. I was going to say Bruno Silva. I'm just used to saying Bruno Silva because Bruno Silva won me so much goddamn money. We're going to continue talking about him. RUF champ at the young age of 35. And heavyweight, by the way. Is this a... I'm not saying this because he's black, but is this a new DC? Is this a new DC? I don't think so, but he's 17 and like 5 or some shit like that. Navjago Sterling, 8-0. Beautiful. I should have put him as one of my prospects of the year. I honestly should have put him as one of my prospects of the year. Really. Damn. Yeah, I agree. Navjago all day. I'm not taking minus 460 though. I'm good. I'm good. I'll let him live. I'll let him live. Now this is it. This is it right here. Ricky Simón versus Adrian Yanez. Adrian Yanez is 2-3 in his last 4. 2-3 in his last 5. Ricky Simón, same thing. Lost to Ronnie Barcelos, but that fight against Ronnie Barcelos, banger, still lives in my mind. I could replay that fight round for round in my head. Trading uppercuts. That fight was disgusting. What a fight. What a fight. Previous to that, had wins over Cameron Smotherman, which is insane, and Javid Basharat, just crushing prospects left and right. We are taking Ricky Simón here to finish off, put the nail in the coffin of the parlay. For plus 106,000 for a 7-leg. You put $5 on that, that's $5,000. You put $5 on that, that's $5,000 fucking dollars. I'm not even kidding. You all put $5 on this? We're chilling. We're hanging out. We all go on vacation. $5 on this? You could take your whole family on vacation. Literally. UFC Seattle is going to go down as one of the key cards where E-Rock MMA was able to shine. Okay? Calling it right now. Ricky Simón money line. Write it down. Lance Gibson money line. Write it down. Tofik money line. Kyle Nelson money line. Mansoor Abdul Malik money line. Shut up, Mansoor Abdul Malik. Julian Erosa money line. And to put the cherry on top, Joe Pyfer KO TKO to go through Izzy Adesanya's little baby chin. Lock it. Lock it.